Hi, Jay Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We are at 0 Old Kings Road. It's a big lot in between two houses. This was split off of this brick house owned all of this property, and they split it off. The subdivision is complete, but this lot does not show in the tax records yet. It's still connected to that parcel there. That's okay. So looking down the street, you can see we're rush hour, so we've got a little traffic, but still it's not too bad, although the cars do go by pretty quick. The neighborhood is nice and clean. There's a lot of forest on the opposite side of the road, and we'll walk back to see what this other road looks like, and then we'll go from there. So you got a couple of trees down at the end of the lot here on this side. You know, I guess it could have had an address on whether Old Kings Road or the other. I don't know that it really matters. You could probably arrange for both. One thing about the Old Kings Road side, though, is that there is no current driveway. You'd need to put a driveway in, and there's a ditch between the property and the road itself. We're going to look here and see if it's the same when we get down here to this end. And I'm kind of suspecting that it is, that it's the same. Yeah, I'm seeing a ditch down here at this end too. Not all the way. Looks like there is a some kind of a drivable path. Yep, right here at this end, there is a way to drive onto the property. Although there's a little post there, you definitely would be able to drive in and drive onto the property before pouring driveways. So otherwise, the only thing that's on the lot is a little fire pit and this big tree. As you can see, it's nice and flat. It's big. It's all grass. They're keeping it mowed. The lot looks really nice. It's definitely big enough for any kind of construction project that you'd want. Houses here look like they're around 2,000 square feet, maybe 2,200, something like that. And, but they are older. This one, I would say, was built in the 90s. This one over here, probably built in the 80s, but it has a pool. I don't think that one has a pool, but they do have a nice Florida room in the back there. So, 0 Old Kings Road, very flat. The ground is not wet. Got no water on my shoes. Trees across the street. Neighbors on two sides with chain link. But the lot itself is nice, and I'm not seeing anything that would, make me uncomfortable putting a house up here myself if I was inclined to do so. The only thing is that the road out front, I think it's probably 50 miles an hour. It's 45. Speed limit is 45, which means that, people are going 60 or more, right? Because, hey, this is Jacksonville. That's kind of how it is. All right, so that's it. There's not a lot to see. Just a nice flat piece of ground with a tree at one end. 0 Old Kings Road. Old Kings Road's pretty busy. Maybe you would want to build on the back side there. Maybe that's what I would do. And you might be able to arrange for that address to change. I'm sure you could, in fact. So now power. So I see a power pole down here. And I see one down there. They're not getting focus here for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't see one really close, probably because there's underground utilities for this house and this house. So probably talking about underground utilities, which means that you're not getting a pole. They're going to dig a trench and put your power and water and cable and everything down in that trench. So that's probably what you could expect. Okay, so the next door neighbor here, if you look, gosh, my focus. I don't know why it's not, my camera's not focusing. But whatever the reason is, back there behind the house, there a little bit at a time, maybe that's helping. You see that mound? So that is the drain field for a septic system. So they definitely have a septic tank. If that's the case, probably this side does too. So anyway, be prepared for that. All right, well, hopefully this is helpful. Once again, 0 Old Kings Road, J. Frederick Smith, Continental Realty of Jax. And I'll see you guys at the next one.